Well, Sandra, listen. This thing about the World Academic Summit, the university listings. Before I was talking to you about online. There used to be online learning rankings.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
But they gave up on that. I don't know that enough people were interested.
This was university rankings.
The ones they started. They were announced in Exeter. There was an Exeter conference about digital universities last year. And there was another one in Lancaster earlier this year. But then they merged it in. Well, they sort of. I don't know. They did it. It's been discontinued. They're no longer very active online as an aspect of universities. I think it's. Well, it's one of the questions I asked the chatbot, the Campus Online and Evolve, and the chatbot thinks it's a factor because it's possible, whatever the rankings turn out to be, that online will be in the background somewhere. But anyway, what I wanted to put to you at this point was during the gap between announcing the online learning rankings and announcing the results, they changed from rankings to ratings. So they didn't eventually publish this is number one, this is number two, this is number three sort of a list. It was the top third of the people who entered can be gold, the next lot can be silver, and the bottom lot can be bronze, something like that. So everybody, very, very few people got gold, but everybody got something. So it was that sort of a competition. And I just wondered if these business awards just eventually say, well, everybody's done really well, and there'll be a bit of a distinction. There might be silver and gold, but everybody gets either silver or gold. Would you regard that as a good result, or you think it's important to win?
That's not what happens with the Women's Business Awards. I mean, not everyone gets something.
Oh.
So, there's one finalist for each. They got 25 categories of awards. But they just added a new one recently, Inspirational Woman of the Year. So I believe they've got 26 now, at least. And there's only one winner in each of those categories. So the people that are finalists, they're up against each other, if you know what I mean.
Right.
As well as respecting the fact we're all women in business and we're all striving to make the world a better place. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I believe there's runners-up. I don't know if there's runners-up for every category or just specific ones, because I haven't had that information divulged, but I've seen that there is possible runners-up. So I don't know if it's just finalist and then a runner-up in each category, but there are multiple people that are finalists in the category, so it's quite fierce competition. So first of all, just to be nominated for Speaker of the Year and Diversity Inclusion Awards, both of them someone nominated me for them, is just absolutely incredible, because in Women's Business Awards you can actually nominate yourself, which is a thing that they allow people to do. They allow people to nominate themselves in their own business, which, I don't know what people personally think of that, but I didn't nominate myself. Someone else nominated me. I got an email. Actually, I didn't even realise the email was in my inbox. It was sat there for about a month. I was actually nominated in August, and I didn't find out till September because it didn't come. A lot of my emails end up in the wrong boxes, like promotional spam ones, that type of thing. And so I didn't even see the email till about the 23rd of September, and the nominations for my 2 awards on the 20th of August. So I was quickly writing, messaging the CEO, Angela D'Souza, on LinkedIn, because we're connected there, saying, and I emailed back the email saying, can I still enter this? Can I still have a chance of being a finalist? Because I've only just noticed it. Is the judging gone now? Is it over? And she's like, no, and they emailed me back as well saying, yeah, it's the judging doesn't happen until November, and so you can still be part of it, but you have to go through different processes in order to be a finalist. So you have to usually show up at the award ceremony itself. So there is a cost involved to actually going to the award ceremony to get a ticket to the event. because they want to see that people are serious. And I think it has like a non-profit element to the Women's Business Club as well, from what I understand of their organisation. But I don't want to divulge too much into that because I don't know all the details about that.
Right.
But yeah, but it's basically supporting women in business and, you know, creating more diversity and equality for women in general, and being really supportive. So I don't mind buying a ticket to the event, showing that I'm serious about being a finalist, and also because it's going to a good cause, you know, supporting women. So the event itself gets a ticket. The actual event is in Westminster, rather than West End, so it's at Westminster, and they've hired a venue for it. It's like a VIP red carpet event, but there's also there's a 3-course meal that I'm not sure I'll be able to have because I've got loads of food allergies and intolerances. There's networking. Angela D'Souza herself is doing a talk as well at the event, and then we get to have the awards ceremony, which is between 8 and 9, and then there's dancing and more networking between 9 and 10. So yeah, so it's like the ticket gets you all this, you know, access to all this, you know, which is amazing because you're networking with lots of other business women. And so, you know, just to be nominated, the fact that someone took time out of their day to say Sandra to me is a world-class speaker, because these are global awards, you know, they're based in London, but Women's Business Club has like online presence throughout the globe, you know, Germany and all sorts of places, and so I think Australia, and there's multiple places, and so there's people, you know, that will be coming to London, not just from the UK, although it's the company's based in the UK. And so for me, just to be nominated, have someone else take time out of the day, because they write commentaries, you know, why they're nominating you, but you don't get that till after the event. Then you get to see what people's written about you.
Right.
So the fact that someone's taken the time out of their day to say Sandra is that good a speaker, I believe she deserves Speaker of the Year and Diversity Inclusion Awards above, you know, all the other people that will be nominated. To me, that's incredible. So that, to me, is a success and win in and of itself. The second win is going through to the finalist now, like round. So not only do I have to attend the event in person, there is a virtual ticket you can get as well, but they want people who want to be through a finalist rather than just a nominee to actually be at the awards ceremony. There is actually one category for men as well, like a man who supported his woman as well. So there is a category for that. But you know, to be a finalist, you know, to get that, because okay, I'm a finalist, but I have to do work to be that. So I explained earlier that I have to create a profile, which I have done now on Women's Business Club, because that's how the judges will be judging me, based on that profile and what I put on that profile. So if I put social media links, for example, they then can go on my social media and check that out. So it's very much on the platform, but off the platform as well. And on the 1st of November, there'll be people can go to my profile on there, which I'll be sharing the link with, because it's not open. You have to make sure it's from the date to the 1st of November to, I believe, the end of November. They can vote for me to win, if they want me to win, to actually, you know, get a trophy. But it's the judge's decision is final regardless of the voting. So the voting has a lot of weight, but it's not the ultimate thing. If a judge believes someone's really outstanding anyway and they think that that person should win, then they could put them through to win. They make that very clear. But if you haven't got a profile in there, then you're not going to even get through to being a finalist, because that's how the judges judge you, and you have to fill in this form, which I did, to say this is my profile page and this is what they go by, and your email has to add up to, you know, that it has to be the same one you use throughout, and you have to fill in different areas of the site and make sure you fill it all out correctly and make sure you publicize the event, everything. So there's lots of stages and things you have to do in order to place yourself as a possible winner, if you know what I mean.
So what have you still got to do you reckon?
So I want to publicise it more, because it doesn't just help me, it helps Angela and obviously what she stands for in the Women's Business Club. So if anyone's listening now from local newspaper or media or anything, please contact me. I can be found on LinkedIn at Sandra Bellamy, and you can also find me on Facebook.
So you're up for interviews and so forth at any time, really. So
yes.
How far are you prepared to travel?
to London.
To London, right? Okay.
Yeah. So so I'm really up for that. I have got to post more articles. So within the Women's Business Club, there is like a post section, and so the judges base their decision on the post you post as well. So I will need to post more posts in there. I did one for very, very early hours this morning, which was a massive long post about telling my personal story, because they want you to share your personal story, but on the pages themselves they got limited characters.
Right.
And I've got, I can say my life's a whole story played out on YouTube every single day. It's like, you know, I'm constantly vlogging, so you can imagine I've got so many stories to tell. I don't just have one story to tell in my life is a constant ongoing story plus stories within it. It's like every video I do is like a chapter or a couple of sentences or a page from a book that's a real life storybook, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And so for me personally, I have a lot to say, and I couldn't even fit everything I wanted to say within the character limit of the business page and the speaker page and the about page that I had to create. So I did this massive long post to introduce myself, but it was a storytelling post because they want to hear the person behind the brand, regardless of what brand you are. I happen to be a personal brand, so I'm all about, like, you know, my being authentic and showing that to my audience, but regardless of what type of business.
Sandra, we haven't mentioned the books, because in terms of a business club, that your business as such, yes, most obviously is the books that you sell.
Yeah, so I'm a best-selling author under my own book publishing imprint, Quirky Books. So I have a number of books out specialising in asexuality. So I've got Diary Confessions of a Hyper-Romantic Asexual, 78 life lessons, can't even speak now, to ace your life. That was my bestseller. That was an international bestseller actually that came out last year. And then 2017 I published my Asexual Perspectives book, which was all about love, life and sex from an asexual point of view. So I interviewed 47 asexuals. Well, 46 and myself was interviewed in that book. So yeah, and I've got a fibromyalgia self-help handbook, how to manage fibromyalgia to have less pain, more energy, feel happier like a superhero rock star. And my first book I ever wrote was actually about redundancy, because that's what I was doing before I helped asexuals. I was helping redundant people to get back into work, so I had a whole brand around that. So yeah, and obviously how to date an AI bot book is something I'm currently working on. So yeah, that's a big part of what I do. That's a huge passion of mine, and that's the sole purpose. And all that's non-fiction again. It's either telling my own personal story with other people's stories interwoven into it, or it's sharing my own personal story in that as well. So very much helping other people to learn the lessons of life through my own life experiences, so they don't have to make the mistakes or errors that I do.
Right. Well, I think we should draw to a close there. We've and I hope it all works out. I'm sure it will.
Please vote for me on the 1st of November. I will be sharing the link with Will when it goes live.
So, yes, okay. One final thing. So basically, we've got about 3 weeks to encourage people to get ready. Yes. So from the 1st of November.
Yes.
So, I will say the last time you were on this show, I found it an inspiration to do more shorts, have reply to more comments. Generally do what on YouTube you're supposed to do, because you demonstrate that it does work. It's has a momentum to it.
Yeah, because we're on YouTube, we're supposed to be building community, and we're supposed to be there for other people. If we're just posting content ourselves endlessly and we're not engaging, people are feeling like neglected, ignored, left out. And the whole point of posting content is not just so we can enjoy it, so that the audience, the viewers can enjoy it and they can get something out of it, and we can connect with them and build a relationship with them online. You know, my community is very good. I mean, sometimes I get more support from my online community than I do people I know in real life. You know, they're rooting for me and they're egging me on to win. And, you know, even with my journey with my weightlifting to rehabilitate my spine, you know, it's like, keep going, keep up the good work, you know, I admire what you're doing. These type of comments, it really makes a huge difference to me, you know. Right.
Well, we'll try and keep the We Not Know Twitter feed part of the mix.
Yay!
is what we'll do. So what if you just tell me something about track 2, and then when this finishes I'll go back to the play out system, and then we've got quarter of an hour to pick up the CDs and pack them away and so
Track
forth.
2 is Gabrielle. I can't remember the name of the song because I haven't got the CD case in front
Oh,
of me.
right, hang on.
But it's a really nice track. It's not Dreams, because Dreams is their most famous one. It's like...
Sunshine.
Yeah. And I'm feeling sunshiny at the moment with being awards finalist. My name's Sandra Bellamy, by the way, if you want to search me online. Because obviously a lot of people know my channel, Asexualize My Asexual Life, which you can check out, but they don't know necessarily my actual name.
No, but Asexualize.
My Asexual Life is the name of my YouTube channel.
Okay.
But Asexualize, sometimes people call me rather than Sandra.
You do turn up quite quickly if people type that word in.
Asexualize, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Hashtags have gone, by the way, officially.
Have they?
But, well, I don't know. We haven't got time to talk about that. But try Sandra Bellamy or Asexualize, or what was the other one?
The Asexual Entrepreneur as well, I'm known as, on my Make Money Make Cash channel.
But what's the YouTube channel official title?
Asexualize My Asexual Life, where I share my own asexual life journey in order to help other people in theirs.
Okay. This track is Gabrielle.